All right, guys, here's the scene. We're here at Colonial Williamsburg. Perfect place if you want to learn how to craft the old way.
Go over the top.
I like the bow in this one. The way they did like 300 years ago by hand, before all the computers and electronic nonsense. This is how you should do it, guys. Right here. It's time for Weird But True. Curb, I respect you, but I gotta say, this is an absolutely terrible idea.
Charles, I respect you, but you're being ridiculous.
Hey guys, I'm glad you're here because Kirby's abandoning everything that we stand for.
Charles is blowing this out of proportion. I'm going on a short trip to the Crafty Campers Animation and Technology Expo. It's a whole weekend dedicated to new advancements in crafting technology.
It's gonna be terrible.
Charles.
Kirb, think of why crafting is so amazing.
We share these wonderful experiences and bring our joint ideas to life.
It's a communal thing. Technology just separates us. We text each other instead of talking. You spend all our research time on your laptop, and we never see our library friends anymore because the internet exists.
What library friends?
Exactly! You're gonna come back with all these crazy ideas. I can see it now.
All strapped up into some weird anti-reality craft goggles like,
Hey Charles, check out my 3D digitized model that I made with my adhesive algorithm and my VR glue sticks. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
We're gonna be making internet crafts that just exist as beeps and boops in the cloud!
It's gonna be okay, Charles. New technology and innovation are nothing to be scared of.
Imagine if the Wright brothers never invented the powered airplane, or if Edison never invented the light bulb.
Everything would be totally different. I'm embracing progress. I'm gonna go to the expo and bring HQ into the future. Because Charles, we gotta stop living in the past.
But the past was so much better, Kirb, before all this technology. And I'm gonna show you why. Because guys, we're unraveling the world of...
Nope. I'm not unraveling the world of anything.
Wait, what?
I gotta go. That's Patrick. He's a keynote speaker and my ride, so.
Kirb, wait, no.
Charles, it's just a few days.
Kirb!
We'll video chat.
Wait, no!
It'll be fine.
Kirb!
Bye!
We're in full-blown crisis mode. We gotta make sure that when she comes back, we can convince her that the old way is the best way. So we're going back. We're gonna go way back to before the internet, before any of this tacky garbage was getting in the way. Today, we're unraveling the world of...
colonial crafting.
All right, how did people craft in the olden days? I think we should start with some science. Right, Paper Kirby? This isn't the same. We're gonna need some help with this one, but I don't know where to go. It's usually a Kirby thing. Type. I'm sure I can find a place where they feature the ways that people make crafts before all this terrible futuristic technology that I will definitely not enjoy at the expo. What a great idea, Paper Kirby! I'm gonna go, but you stay put and hold down the fort. Sounds good? Okay, Charles. Let's go, guys.
'Tis a fine day to head off to Williamsburg, Virginia, a colonial town where they're totally devoted to handcrafting exactly as they did in the 1700s. They even dress the part.
Thanks for the ride. So this place seems like a giant amusement park for history buffs, right? It's full of recreations of craft studios and workshops that were used by the earliest crafters in America. Williamsburg is a real city that played a major role in the early American colonies. What's a colony? I'm glad you asked.
Hear ye! Hear ye!
It's the town crier.
A colony can be defined by a group of people who settle in a foreign land or country.
In 1607, the British founded Virginia, the first colony in America, and many followed. The 13 original colonies are Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts Bay, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island and Providence plantations. They were all little British settlements, and Williamsburg was the multicultural center of it all.
course of 170 years, these colonies transformed into the independent country we now know as the United States of America.
Oh, it's Kirby. Hey, Kirb.
Whoa. Where are you?
I'm at Colonial Williamsburg.
I leave you for like 2 seconds and you're already halfway across the country.
I'm doing fine. They craft the right way here, the way they did like 300 years ago.
That's pretty cool, but it's crazy. I met these people, they're from Chattanooga, and they never use paper or glue or tape.
How's that even possible?
It's all digital.
Ugh, that's gross.
It's awesome. They use it's awesome.
Kirby, Kirb. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We can't even use regular telephones anymore. We gotta use these glitchy video chat apps that just like drop out every 2 seconds. Let's keep taking a look around. We gotta learn all we can before we lose Kirby for good. Inside this building, right here, is a printing press. So imagine, over 200 years ago, they were making newspapers and books in Williamsburg by hand. Think about that, handmade books. Let's go check it out. Hey there.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, I'm Charlie.
I'm David.
And I see you're making, what, a newspaper or?
Well, I'm doing a handbill, actually.
What can you tell me about printing, this whole process? I want to know.
What I'm doing is really just using a big stamp. You're gonna ink it, put it to paper, and then
Press it.
I'm pressing down.
Wow, that's all it is.
Now I'm gonna run this underneath. And then by pulling this bar, if you wanna do it. So good tug, there you go.
Oh, jeez.
This is why this industry is called the press. A form like this might have about 12,000 pieces of metal in it.
So here's the deal, guys. We have 2 cases that are full of these little boxes that are all organized. And these hold the actual letters that they put together to spell pages in books or newspapers. And the cool thing is the top one is called the uppercase, and that has all the capital letters. The bottom one is called the lowercase, and that has all the small letters. So that's where we get the words uppercase and lowercase. So instead of typing on a keyboard, they actually reach into the correct boxes, lay them in this composing stick right here to spell out the words. They're gonna look kind of weird and backwards and upside down, but apparently you don't even think about that. And then when it prints down, it'll all line up the right way. Can I give it a try?
Sure, if you want.
L, right there.
Yeah, all the way over into that corner.
Right? D?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
A space is there. Yep.
I, E,
And the B is all the way over there.
B. All right, here's the final space. It took about a half hour, but we got it. Apron's on. We got all our typeset right here.
We got it in the press, and we're pretty much ready to go. Now just give that a little bit of ink on that type. Remember, it's just a stamp, right?
Woo! This is exciting. It's perfect. Weird but true, soldiers used portable printing presses on the battlefields during the Civil War. Happy birthday! It's our own homemade birthday cards.
We can make thousands of those if you want them.
I love it. Thanks so much for showing
Yes,
me everything
indeed,
about
Charlie.
Blindsided. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna give Kirb a call real quick, show her my card. She's gonna love this. Hey, Kirb.
Hey, Charlie.
Check out what I made. It's a homemade birthday card. I made it using a real, actual printing press, and it only took me like 2 hours.
That's pretty cool. Check this out. I made it with a 3D printer. I just had to use one finger and it took like 12 seconds.
They have 3D printers there?
Yeah, they 3D print stuff all the time. Like,
Kirb! Kirb!
Time.
This is ridiculous. I think the printing press is out. I'm losing her to the techies. I gotta keep looking around. There's gotta be something around here that can help me out. See you in a bit.
Weird but true, colonial people threw their garbage in the street, then let pigs eat it up overnight.
All right, guys, it turns out that the printing press and making books and newspapers didn't really rejuvenate Kirby's interest in working with their hands. But luckily, there are a ton of trades in this place that require handmade crafting. Let's go. Hey, Duke. Hey, Diamond. It's good to see you. Have a good one.
Ooh, check this out. I can make bricks. It starts with mixing up some clay and some water.
Ew! You stomp around for like a million hours.
Right.
And then what's next in the brick making process?
The clay is pulled onto a table,
Uh-huh.
rolling it in some sand and throwing it into a mold, and then dry the bricks in the sun.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the feeling of peanut butter in between your toes, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on this craft. I guess I'm not cut out to be a brick maker, but I guess I'm lucky, right? Because I can kind of hop around and try all these different crafts here. But back in the day at Colonial Williamsburg, a lot of people didn't have the choice, you know? They were forced into these jobs. It's something to keep in mind as we're looking around today. Guys, farming!
You want to try?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe farming is not my thing, but I'm sure I'll find something around here.
Oh, guys, this is great. Barber and peruke maker. Cool old-timey word. Peruke means wig, right?
Absolutely.
So this is a wig making shop. That's perfect for us. Kirby and I love wearing wigs and playing dress up. Let's take a look inside.
I'm right in.
Oh, great.
These old-time wigs are incredible and all handmade. Just what I'm looking for. Betty wastes no time getting me started.
First of all, Charlie, I want you to take a moment to look around the shop. Do you see the various styles? Oftentimes, the style of wig that you wear represents what type of person you are.
So is it part of your uniform?
Part of your uniform, but also it reflects your status and your class. Right here is your tressing frame because you're working with tresses of hair. There's different patterns of weaving depending upon where you're at on the wig.
You're so fast at this.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna give you a little bit. Come in front of it and come right up behind it.
Yep.
You got it. Then you're gonna repeat. You're gonna go over the top and right underneath it again.
Oh, man, this is a mess. I'm sorry, Betty.
That's okay. It's harder than it looks. Now, I expect within the next hour or so that you should be weaving, let's say, about an inch every minute.
An inch a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Slide it on over. That's it. Then you sew the layers on layer upon layer upon layer, following the diagram.
This thing.
That's called the wig plait.
Okay.
And then once you have all the hair on, then you're gonna use the curling irons.
So Thomas Jefferson, what did he like in a wig?
He had two styles. He had the bob wig, the 6 rows of curls. Brown was the color for day wear. So that's what he was wearing. And then he also preferred the tie wig. Do you see the one up there with the ringlets?
Yes.
Mm-hmm, that was more formal.
For a night on the town, he'd pull out his fancy wig with the long curls.
Exactly. And then he would have it powdered.
Wow.
You see, and then he could have it washed out afterward and put it back to natural color. You could even go for colors. You could use colored hair powders.
Holy cow.
Now that's for high fashion, only for like fancy balls and things like that. Look it up there. You could even have a ship in full sail.
Would people actually do that?
Yes, yes.
What?
So would you like to try on one of these wigs?
Oh, you bet. Let's do it.
Okay. This is called a club wig, and the number of curls, particularly for military, would be an indication of one's rank.
Oh, man. If there are 4, what would I be right now?
We're talking a general.
Oh, yes. I like
Does
the
that
sound
suit
of
you?
that. Yeah, that suits me
I
very
think
well.
that's you. Now, we're gonna go a little foppish.
Oh, I like the bow in this one. I'm not gonna lie. The braid's a very nice touch, too.
Yeah.
Can we try one more? This was all the rage?
Yeah, the more rows, the more hair, the more expensive.
The more hair?
The larger the wig you'd wear,
Oh.
thus referred to as a big wig.
There you go.
Weird but true, everyone thinks that General Washington wore a wig. In reality, he wore his own hair. And for special occasions, he would have it powdered white with flour and grease.
Oh. It's Kirby. Hey, Kirby.
Hey, Charles. I just did the coolest thing.
Me too. I learned how to make wigs.
That's pretty cool. But I went to this booth that has these pens and pads that can track the movement of the pen and convert it into a drawing on your computer. I can draw on my laptop.
So the drawing doesn't even exist in real life. Why would you want to do that?
It just makes the tweaks and the color changing and stuff like that super easy. My friends in Chattanooga use it all the time.
Yeah, who are these new friends from Chattanooga?
They're great.
Curb? I lost her again. If I want to understand how to be a true craftsman, I need full immersion. Stick around, guys. I got a plan.
Weird but true, the hair for colonial wigs wasn't just from humans. It also came from goats, horses, and yaks. Horse and yak hair held the best curl.
Here's the deal. I gotta convince Kirby that crafting the old way is the best way, before we had all this techie garbage getting in the way. Sorry, Kirb. No more video chats. Gotta feel what it's like to make things with my hands. So, I'm applying for a blacksmith apprenticeship. I'm meeting up with Ken Schwartz. He's the head blacksmith here at Colonial Williamsburg. This is my life now.
Say goodbye to modern Charlie. Say hello to Charles, colonial craftsman.
Hey, Ken.
Hey.
I'm here to learn everything I can about blacksmithing. How can I get started?
Well, the basics are we work with iron and steel. So those are pretty tough metals. We have to have a fire to soften the iron. It takes on clay-like properties when you heat it up. And so if you think about shaping clay with your fingers, we're doing the same thing, but since it's hot, we use a hammer and an anvil.
So you just kind of rest the iron pieces in there?
Right. I want a bright yellow color to begin with. The brighter the color, the higher the temperature, the softer the metal. I think we've got enough heat. Now we'll do a little bit of bending. I'll set it over the corner of the anvil there, and just with light taps with my hammer, I can bend that around. You see it moves easily. Now I'm going to cool off the very tip, and I want you to try a little bit of this. So you grab the tongs back here,
Yeah?
and then with the hammer, come over here and hit right on the end there. You see how it's bending?
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to keep it in the same spot.
Yeah, it takes practice.
He's not kidding. It takes practice to shape the hot metal and safely handle the fire and extreme temperatures. So don't try this one at home.
Bring it up on top and flip it over, and now hit back this way and see if you can make a hook on the end. So take that and put it in the water. Water will take the heat right out of it, and when it's no longer steaming,
Oh, nice.
you can touch it. So you've gone from about 2,000 degrees down to a temperature where you can touch it
Holy cow.
in just a couple of seconds.
Woo. What other sorts of things do you make?
We do all sorts of iron and steel work for the community. Things like hinges or nails, locks and keys, farm tools, parts for wagons and carriages, all things you've encountered today.
Everything had to be better back in the 1700s, right? So much simpler time. We didn't have things getting in the way, our phones drawing us apart.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. All of these technologies were cutting edge at one point. When iron was first developed, it transformed the world. It's still an important material. Transportation's much better today. With a cell phone, you can dial up your friends and family
Just like that.
anytime in a matter of seconds. 18th century society, there were people that had very little freedom, and they had to work hard for their day-to-day existence.
So I guess kind of saying broadly that everything was better back then doesn't really make a lot of sense. You got to draw a little bit from both.
Right.
It's a lot to think about, I guess. But thanks so much for teaching me blacksmithing. I'm going to get back to you about that apprenticeship.
Okay.
Was I too hard on Kirby? What now?
Guys, do you hear that? Hear ye, hear ye! I am Charles. I came here in search of the life void of any form of technology. But my eyes have been opened. Technology is so much more than electronics or gadgets or emails. Technology allows us to communicate new ideas and information. It's led to advancements in medicine and the quality of life, so that now it doesn't take
Like 5 years to make like half a book or one single wig. Pencils were technology at one point. Even scissors and paper. And just imagine if people didn't accept those. We'd be crafting in caves, slapping mud together like a bunch of Neanderthals. Technology even led to the creation of the staple. Yeah! Woo! All right, guys, abandoning technology is not the answer. Just gotta figure out how to preserve the things I loved crafting the old way while also trying new things. I'm gonna go back, figure out how to move forward.
What's an email?
Curb! What is this stuff?
Before you freak out, don't say anything. It's gonna be fine. Can I show you how it works?
Sure.
Okay. So at the Expo, I learned a bunch of stuff, including we can digitally model things on our computer so that when we print them out, we know exactly how much supplies we need, they're the perfect size, and there's less waste.
That's pretty cool.
Check out this guy, the Stargazer Paper Laser 1000, Crafty Camper Edition. When we digitally model things on our computer, a laser can cut it out. But the best part is I learned how to use the cloud.
The cloud. So you're saying we could craft together?
Even when we're apart.
Wow. You know, Curb, when you were gone, I went on a journey. I found out that if we want to make truly amazing things, I have to embrace technology, and this stuff's pretty cool.
I can show you how it works.
All right, guys, looks like we got a new project on our hands, but thanks so much for stopping by. Come by again when we discover more things that are weird.
But true.
We'll see you guys later. What is happening?
It's printing it. Look, design, thing.
What in the world?